Okay. So let's have a quick recap what we have discussed in the last session. In the last session, we have just given introduction about what is DevOps. This is what we have discussed in our previous session. In today's session, we are going to learn about how we can create our Azure. And then we are going to learn about something about Azure. But before starting of this particular topic, if anyone have any question, whatever we have discussed till now, you can please raise your hand. Anyone wants to ask anything regarding the training or any question you have any doubts, you can raise your hand and ask questions. Okay. Look like no one has any questions. So we'll start with our today's topic, where we are going to discuss about Azure. Some of that already have Azure account, but I know that in this training there are some students are there which are completely new. So we need to know how to create an Azure account. So first of all, to create your Azure account, you need to go to this particular link, the link which we have mentioned here. When you go to this particular link, you will get one option to click on Start Free. Click on Start Free. After that, when you click on Start Free, it is asking for you to click on Create One. You need to click on Create One. And here you need to enter your email ID. Now, which email ID you can enter here? You can enter any email ID. You can use Gmail also. You can Yahoo, Hotmail, Outlook.com, any email ID, whichever you want to use, you can use it. But I want you to don't use your official email IDs. If you're going to use official email, maybe your company is already using some Microsoft data. In that one, you will get some restrictions to practice. So don't use official email IDs. Now, which email ID you can use? I told you can use any email ID, whichever you want to use, you can use. But the email ID, whatever you are using it, for that email ID, it is mandatory to have Microsoft. For that particular email ID, it is mandatory to have Microsoft account. Let's take example, you are using Gmail ID. Gmail, you are using it. To create an Azure account, first of all, for to that email ID, you need to create a Microsoft account. Or let's say example, you are using a Windows operating system. You have already logged into that with that email ID. You have already logged into your Microsoft account here. So that same email ID also you can use it. You don't need to every time create a Microsoft account, just a one-time process. After that, you can give that email ID here and then click on next. Now, when I click on next, you need to give your password, and you can give any password here with 6 to 8 characters, 12 characters long you can give, but here, but minimum is 6 characters you can give password. And when you click on next, it will send you one OTP on your email ID. The OTP, whichever you're going to receive on your email ID, you need to enter that particular OTP here. And then click on next. Now here it is going to validate your email ID. Now you need to give your first name here, middle name, last name. Email ID is automatically going to pick from the previous step. And in the below part, they're asking for your mobile number. You need to enter your mobile number also. And here we are going to validate our mobile. Earlier in the previous step, we have validated our email ID. And in this step, we are going to validate our phone number. You need to enter your phone number. And there you need to use that option. First, you need to check this checkbox, and then you need to use that option, which option you want to use to validate your mobile number with the help of text message or text message or call. They will give you one OTP. That particular OTP you need to. After entering of your OTP, it is asking for your some mode. Which date it is going to ask? Your address date. Here it is asking for PAN card also. PAN card is optional. It is not mandatory to enter. Here you need to enter the address. Now, which address you can enter? The address you need to mention same as your bank account. Whatever the address you have in your bank, the same address you need to enter here also. And one important point here, please listen me very carefully here. The address you need to give exact same as your bank account. So best practice it, log into your bank website, copy the address from there and then paste it. Don't write, let's say example, I'll give you one example also. Normally, whenever you're writing, let's say you're writing it flat number 4 and then comma you are giving. But in your bank, it is just mentioned as flat 4. And we know that this one is correct, but by mistake, they have written like this. So for as per Azure, this one is going to be correct, not this. So we have to mention the address as it is same as our bank. If they are using it multiple lines, you can use multiple lines also, or give your address in one line. City, state, postal code. Postal code means PIN code. You can enter. And then you need to check this checkbox. If you want to read terms and conditions, you can read that. Then click on. After click on next, here it is asking for your card. And it is supporting 2 types of card, Visa and Master. In India, a lot of people have RuPay card also. So it is not supporting RuPay. So you need a Visa or Master. And whatever the debit card or credit card you are going to use, it needs to enable with international transactions. In Azure Maxim, it is supporting credit cards. And in India, debit card, it is supporting right now only 2 banks. One is SBI, one is ICICI. For other banks, we don't have any information till now. You guys can try that also. We don't have any confirmation till now for other banks debit card they start using or not. We got only 2 banks confirmation, SBI and ICICI in India. In other credit card, it is accepting for all banks, but it is not accepting the RuPay credit card. So you need to give your Visa or MasterCard. Card holder name, card number, expiry date, and then they are going to deduct 2 rupees from your account, and that 2 rupees you will get refund within 3 to 5 working days. Just to validate your card, they are going to deduct 2 rupees from your account. And then you will get that refund within 3 to 5 working days. And then when you log into your account, this is how your account is going to. This is how it's going to look like. And then you can click on subscription. You will find a subscription called free trial. And this free trial subscription is valid for 30 days. After 30 days, you can upgrade your subscription to pay as you go. And under that also, you will get free quota details. And in this one, we are learning about DevOps service. So whatever the free quota you are getting for DevOps, this will discuss later when we start learning about the DevOps service. At that time, I'm going to tell you what the free quota you will get under DevOps. Few things are lifetime free, few things are we are getting for few minutes, like hours, or you can say that. But those things we'll discuss when we'll come to a service called DevOps. At that time, I'm going to tell you what things you are getting in DevOps service. So this is how we can create our Azure account. Anyone have any question regarding the DevOps? Sorry, this Azure account creation, can please raise your. Yes, Vinay.
Sir, my doubt is about not for Azure Devops.
Mhm.
Basically, I am a mechanical student.
Okay.
I have passed out in 2020 batch.
Mhm.
Is there an option to join a fresher?
Yes, a fresher can also join this course.
Okay.
Okay.
And okay,
Yes.
okay. This course after 3 days, we did not kept any video in YouTube.
No. Even we
We
are
have
going
to,
to change the link also
yeah.
after
When I
that.
did, where did I this link I found?
After making the payment, you will get one option called announcement in our website.
Okay.
Okay. How to check that announcement? We'll share the link also in our WhatsApp group. With the you can learn it and you can check the announcement with the help of this one. You will get a link. And even after complete, when we are going to change the link, we'll email you also the link also to our paid candidates.
Okay, sir.
Okay, Vinay?
Okay, sir. After this course, you will give any projects means for practicing.
Projects you will get in our YouTube channel. That
Okay.
there you have. So if you have some projects, you can practice those.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yes, Karthik.
Hi, sir. So is require Azure account for Azure DevOps, or Azure DevOps is different account we need to
No,
create?
account is same. Account is same. Under that account, we have a service called Azure Devops service. We have to use that. Account is all. It is mandatory to have account. Without account, how you can practice it?
No, no. But I'm telling ki this is Windows AZ104 na that you shown.
Account you can use the same account. If you have account,
Okay.
you can use the same account. You
Okay.
don't
So
need to create a separate account.
okay. So not required to use a separate account in DevOps
No,
portal also.
here we have Azure DevOps. This is what we are going to discuss in our upcoming sessions.
Okay, so
Okay,
okay, so in same portal we have Azure DevOps features also, right?
correct? Yes.
Okay,
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 you don't need to create a separate account. The same account. This is how I've shown you in AZ104 how you can create an account. So you can use the same one here also.
okay, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, thanks.
Yes, Ashok.
Yeah. After creating account, if we not deactivated or unregistered for this account, so it will deduct from the credit card.
No. As per RBI rule, they can't deduct a single rupee from your account till that time you are not giving the confirmation to them.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
And
They're not going to deduct any rupee from your account automatically. You have to give the confirmation to them. You get a OTP, you entering the OTP, then they are going to.
Okay. Okay. So after 1 month, after this account will be disabled, right?
No, yes, the account is going to be disabled. You have to upgrade your subscription for a free to pay as you go.
Okay. And how about I mean, if I want to create this account with a different email ID in mobile, that will be possible with same details.
You can, whichever email ID you want to use, you can use that.
Okay, it will be considering the personal information or email ID.
You have to give your mobile number also.
Different email mobile number I have to give again.
Yes. And you can't use the same bank account also if you want to create a new account.
Okay, same different mobile number I can use, right?
Yes.
Okay, only these questions I have.
Thank you. Yes, Shikhar.
Hi, Ankit. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So I have a question. In AWS, we have a quotas, right? For all services. So do we have a quota, service? I mean, services in Azure also?
Yes, we have the quota also. Here also we have a quota.
Okay, will that be applicable to a free service which we are using for 1 month or
First 30 days, everything is free.
okay, fine.
Because you are getting the quota of 14,500 rupees credit you are getting.
Okay, okay.
When we are
That-
creating our Azure account, we are getting the credit of 14,500 rupees. So first
Okay.
30 days. And that's
Okay.
why we are getting a straight. For first 30 days, everything is free. Even you are using paid one or not one, under your
Oh.
credits. If you complete your credit, maybe within 10 days, the next
Okay.
20 days you have to pay for those.
Okay. So
Okay.
after
After
please.
completion of 30 days or after completion of that quota, whichever you are getting of 14,500, then you need to upgrade subscription to pay as you go subscription. And under that also you will get few details for 12 months free, few details you are getting only for 30 days, like this type
Oh.
of things you are getting.
Okay. Got
Okay.
it. Yeah. Thank you.
Right now, the link is not in this particular PPT. I'll add that particular link in this PPT also. When you guys will get that PPT, you guys can check that particular link.
Okay.
Anyone have any more questions? So here we have discussed about how we can create our Azure. Now, what is the next thing I need to show you here is how we can create a virtual machine. The first thing what we are going to learn here is how we can create a virtual machine in our Azure. But before creation of this particular topic, anyone can tell me what is virtual machine? Yes, Ashok.
Yeah, virtual machine is like it is similar to the Windows application. It will create the mimic of the desktop,
Okay, anything else?
and it will be having the storage and same features like a computer. And but it will we can connect this virtually by using the VMware.
VMware, for that is for Windows, but we have some other options also that Linux machines we can.
Yeah.
Whatever is that is also. Yes, Karthik.
Yeah, virtual machine we can call a digital version of a physical computer. Like we can operating program and operating system also we can operate in cloud.
Correct. It's like a computer to us, guys. Whenever we want to get any computer, what we are doing, we are going to a market and we are paying it, then we are buying the computer. Same way we can create our computer. The same computer we can create in Azure servers also, and that is called as virtual, because virtual machine. Why it is called as virtual machine? Because we are going to use that particular machine from our locally, but that machine is somewhere else in Azure. Whatever the region I'm going to select, in that particular region, system is automatically going to create a computer. That virtual machine I'm going to create. And whenever we want to buy some computer, we're always seeing four things: RAM, CPU, hard disk, and operating system. These four things are always we are saying whenever we are purchasing any computer. Same way, whenever we want to create any server, we always need to see four things: CPU, RAM, hard disk, and operating system. And I'm just going to show you the Linux-based operating system, because for our DevOps training, we only require the Linux machine. We are not going to use Windows. In this particular training, we only learn about the Linux machine. Actually, how many types of operating system it is supporting? It is supporting even Windows also. Because for Microsoft, and Microsoft have its own operating system, Windows. So we can use that. It is also supporting Ubuntu, Red Hat, Oracle Linux, CentOS, Debian. So we have multiple types of operating system. With the help of these one, we can create a server. Server means a computer in Azure infrastructure. And under this virtual machine, we can run any type of application, whatever the application we want to. So first of all, we need to log into our Azure. We have already done it. Go to a service called virtual machine. You can see here in my system, it is already showing a virtual machine service here. Why it is showing me here? Because I have recently used. But might be in your account, it is not showing you. So you guys can search here, just VM. Here I'm getting virtual machines. Click on that. Create Azure VM. Now, when I click on this particular virtual machine option, you can see here by default, it has selected my subscription. This is my subscription, which I'm getting the pay as you go subscription. It's not a free trial subscription. And it can be any name to our subscription also. I can give my name, your name, XYZ name, whatever the name I want to give, I can give the name to my subscription. I have given name as Azure underscore subscription. Now, in these things, whatever the things are star marked, only those options are mandatory. Other than that, also we have options which are not mandatory. We are not going to even discuss about in DevOps training regarding those particulars. Now, so first of all, what I need to select a resource group. Do I have any resource group? No, I don't have any resource group. So what are the first thing? So I need to create a resource group. Now, what is resource group? Resource group is like a container to us. It's like a folder to us. And this is my folder. This is my container. Under this container, I'm going to create all my resources. All resources we can create into that. Resources means that services which we have. Those services we are going to create here. That is called as resources in Azure. So we can create all type of resources in our resource group. Now, few points we need to remember about our resource. Resources can only exist in our resource group. Resource group cannot be renamed. Group can have resources of many different types. In one resource group or in multiple resource group, I can create a different types of resources. Not just one, different type of resources we can. No. Group can have resources from many different regions. What is the meaning of it? Whenever we are going to create a resource group, we are always selecting it one region. What is that region? That data center. And that is called as region here. And we have multiple types. So not multi-type. We have multiple regions here in whole world. One is in East US, one is in East US 2, Central US, West US 2, 3, South Australia is Southeast Asia. Like this, we have multiple regions in all over the world. In India also we have 3, Central India, South India, West India. So we have 3 regions in India also. So like this, in all over the world, we have multiple region, means multiple data center. Each data center is called as region. Now, let's take example here, the virtual machine which I am creating in US region, and my resource group is in India region. I can create languages. It's not a good practice, and even in real time also, we are not doing this thing, but yes, it is possible. It is possible. Our resource is in different region and our resource group is in the different region also. It is possible, but in real time, I'm telling you again, we are not doing this because it is going to impact the performance of our service. The application which we have is going to impact. So let me create the resource group. I can directly create a resource group from here also. Click on create new. Or other thing is search resource group. I can create a resource group from here also. Click on create. Give the name of your resource group. It can be any name, whatever the name you want to give. Let's say I'm just giving the name as group hyphen region. In which particular region, in which particular data center, I need to create this resource. Here I'm getting the list. I'm creating in Central India. Click on next tags. Regarding tags, we'll discuss later. Tags are majorly used to check for the billing section. They just used to check how much bill we are getting it for that particular resource. It is just used to check for those, nothing else. Next, review and create. So here system is reviewing our details. Whatever the details I have given, it is matching as per their rules and regulation. Validation pass. Click on create. Our resource group is. Now I'm going to a service called virtual. Create. Now I'm selecting a resource. See here. Here I'm getting group hyphen. Now give the name of my virtual machine. It can be any name. VM hyphen triple. Scroll down. Region. By default, system is selecting Central India. How it is automatically selecting it by default? Because of the resource. Whenever I'm selecting the resource group, automatically system is going to select the region. So here I'm selecting the, scroll down. Now, what is the next thing? Next thing is we need to select operating system. In our normal language, we are calling it operating system. But in Azure, it is called as image. It is called as image. So make sure you're going to remember these terminologies. So it will be help you to understand more things in upcoming session. Just the first session, we are learning something. So I'm using a word called operating system. So in our upcoming session, we are going to use a word called image. And whenever you are listing the word called image, it means we need to select operating system. So here we have multiple types of operating system, which are Ubuntu, Sushi, Red Hat, Oracle, Debian, Windows also I'm getting. If you want to see more images, you can click on see all. But I don't want to see all images. I'm going with the default one, which I'm getting is Ubuntu version 20.04. I'm going with that particular. Scroll down. So we have selected our operating system. One thing is done. This is done. Next thing, we need to select RAM, CPU, and hard disk. Now, CPU and RAM is one component here. So whenever I want to select RAM, with that automatically CPU is also going to be selected. But whenever I'm selecting CPU, automatically RAM is also getting selected. How it gets selected? Because of the size. Here are the CPUs and here are the RAMs we are getting, which we are getting. And under this, these are the additional storage we are getting. If I'm selecting the type as B1S, I'll get 1 CPU, 1 GB of RAM, and 4 GB of additional hard disk they are going to provide. Can I select anyone here? No. While practice, I can't select anyone. There's a reason it. The reason is B1S, the one which I'm getting by default. This one is coming under your free quota. If you're selecting any other type, you will get a bill for that. But not for first 30 days. Just 1 minute, guys. Look like there's some issue. Here is the link which I am going to upload in our PPT also. I'll share that link also there. Here is it. Which services are coming in the feed? There you'll get information. And if I scroll on the last right now, we are learning about a which service called virtual machine. Linux. 750 hours per month free for 12 months. And which one type? The type is called as B1S. So that particular type you guys need to while creating that machine. So here we have selected that particular type while creating our machine as B1. Even by default, it is also selected. Make sure you're also going to select that particular type. After selecting of our type, what is the next step we need? Here I just mentioned in my PPT also. Scroll down. Administrator account. Here we have authentication. Whenever we are creating our virtual machine for this Linux, we have two types of authentication. One is with SSH public key, other one is with password. Regarding password, we'll discuss in the next example. First, we are going to discuss about SSH public key. SSH and SSH public key system is going to generate one key here. And that key is one of the secure option we have to connect to our machine. So here I'm entering the username. What is my username? By default, it is giving me username as Azure user. So I can use that username. If you want to give any other username, you can change that also. As per your requirement, you can give. And here are the rules you need to follow for your user. Yes, there are some words which they have reserved also. You can read the second point. You can't use any name here for username also because Azure has reserved few names which we can't use it. It's not like every word, just a few like very common usernames we are using it, like root, the admin, like this type of few names they have reserved. So we can't use their username to give our user. Other than that, you can give any name, whichever name you want to give, except those reserved ones. It's a very common name we have. Now, next step is here we need to give our key name, which with the name, which name? system needs to generate a new key pair. If we have any existing key, we can even select that also. I don't have any existing key, so I can't use that option. I need to generate a new. So let me just give name here as VM 1-. This is the name I'm giving. You want to give any name, you can give. Scroll down. Whenever we want to connect to any Linux machine, it is mandatory to enable a port number called SSH. Whenever we want to connect to any Linux machine, it is mandatory to enable a port number called SSH, and by default, that particular port number is enabled. Anyone in the chat box can please confirm me what is the number of the port number for SSH? Correct. Port number is 22. For SSH, the port number is 22, which by default system is enabling it when we are creating our. And you can see it in the bracket that 22 port number is already. Now, next thing. So we have selected CPU, RAM, and operating system. How much CPU we are getting? 1 GB of RAM. But still we need to select hard disk. Click on next. That is called as disk. So here I'm getting it. OS disk. By default, I'm getting 30 GB for our Linux. We can use this one. If you want to add more, we can add that also. It's also possible we can add additional hard disk also in our. Then we have networking tab, management, monitoring, advanced. We are not going to discuss about all these tabs because these things are coming under Azure admin tree, not under DevOps. So I'm just going to click on Review Plus. For Windows, RDP port needs to be enabled. For Linux machine, SSH port needs to be enabled. I don't need to work on any of the tab. Just click on next, next, next. Now click on Review Plus. Validation passed. Click on. Now when I click on Create, here it is asking me to download that particular key. Download that particular key and create resource. Till the time I'm not downloading the key, system is not going to create our resource because we are generating a key. Done. I have downloaded the key, and what is the extension of this particular file? .dev. So I'm going to store this particular key in our folder. Here is my master one. Here I'm going to particular file. Now system is creating our machine here. Done. Our machine is go to resource. Done. I'm able to connect to my machine. Just creating a machine is okay. We need to connect to our machine also. How we can connect our machine? We have a lot of tools in market. That tools are called as terminal. With those tools, we can connect to our Linux machine. And which tool I'm going to use this time? I'm going to use Git Bash. You want to use Git Bash, you can use. Yes, there is one more tool called Putty also. If you want to use that, you can use this also. But which one I'm going to use? I'm going to use Git Bash. But before starting it, let's have quick question. Anyone have any question? Whatever we have discussed till now, you can please let. You can raise your hand. Yes, Karthik.
Yeah, hi. Actually, we not created VNet, so how we will
We are not
connect?
creating VNet. System is automatically creating VNet here.
Okay, automatically.
Automatic.
Because probably what we generally we do the create VNet and subnet, and after that
That is coming. This is DevOps training, Karthik. We're not discussing about virtual network and subnets in our DevOps training. You're correct. But those things we are not going to discuss it.
Yeah.
Okay. That automatically system is when we are not creating it, automatically system is creating an issue. Here is my virtual network, and here is my default subnet which I'm getting.
Okay.
Okay. I agree with your point, but we are not going to discuss those things in DevOps.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks.
That's why I earlier told that you need to have both the knowledge cloud plus DevOps. That's why I'm saying in the last session. Okay, because we guys need to create virtual machine, and to create virtual machine, we need to understand virtual networks also. Okay.
Yeah. Go.
Thank you. Now, there is no difference in putty and git bash. Both are the terminals, but yes, these are that website. Looks like I'm facing some issue. Okay, now website get open. Here you can download for Mac operating system also, for Windows also, and even for Linux based operating system also you can download. I'm using a Windows machine, so I'm going to click on Windows. And here, as per your system requirement, this one you need to 32-bit or 64-bit, whichever you want to download, you can download from here, or you can click here also to download directly a 64-bit. Click here to download. It's just a normal exe file. We are downloading for our Google Chrome also. And then double click on that, it get installed in your machine. And when it get installed, and whenever you're going to click right click in your machines, here you will find. See, when I'm going to click right click, here I'm getting git bash here. By default, when you're going to click in your right click in your machines, you will not find this git bash here. This git bash, you are getting it after installation. It's a normal exe file, get downloaded. Just you can double click on that, and then you are able to just download it. Next. No need to do anything here. Next, and then install. You can do. I'm not installing. If I'm installing it, it takes a lot of time because in my system I already have. So with the help of this particular option, you guys can install Git, and then you can connect to your machine. Now to connect to your machine, note down the public IP of your Linux virtual machine. So go to your virtual machine. Here is my virtual machine. You directly want to note down the public IP, you can note down here. It is you want to note down the public IP, we can note down directly here, or Click on connect. Here we have an option of SSH. So click on SSH. Here I'm getting the path. With the help of this particular path, I can connect to my machine. Just 1 minute. There's multiple pieces open in my systems. Click on SSH, copy the command. Now right click. Now, what we need to do here? Let me copy the command. Paste here. Here. Now here we need to mention the key name. What is my key name? Let me go to my triple one. Here is my key. Give your key name here. Dot. Small letters, not in capital. Here is my username. @ This is my public IP. Where is my public IP? This is my public IP. I can go to overview, and there also I can see the public IP of my machine. See? Is it the same public IP? Yes, it's the same public. Now, right click in the folder where you have put this PEM file. You can't right click anywhere. Here, if I click right click and open git bash here, I'm not able to connect. Why? The reason is because my PEM file in this batch 111 folder. In this batch 111 folder, right click and click on git bash. Now, git get open here. Now, copy that particular command. Paste here. Do you want to continue? Type as yes. And you can see here, I am able to connect to my Azure user @ my virtual machine. So this is how we can connect to our machine with the help of Git. Any question? Anyone have any confusion? If you want me to show you again, I can show you that also. If you have any question, you can please raise your hand. Or do you want me to show again? You can confirm in the chat box. I'll show you again how to connect to this machine because it is important. Okay. So this is how we can connect to our machine. After connect to our machine, right now I don't need this machine. Whenever we need to done something, that time I can use the machine. But right now, do I need this machine anymore? No. I don't need this machine anymore. So what should I do here? I need to delete this machine because I don't need to use this machine anymore. So why should I keep this machine in my account if I don't require it? So what we can do is we can delete this machine. Delete means terminate. How can I terminate this machine? Here we have option of you can click on that. With the help of this one, system is going to delete your. You can go to virtual machine, select that particular virtual machine, click on delete, type as yes, and then with the help of this one, system is automatically going to delete our. So I'm going to. I have deleted my machine. Now coming to the next part. This time I have shown you how we can create a machine with the help of SSH, but I can connect to my machine with the help of password also. So while creating our machine, we have two options. One is with SSH, other one is with password. Now this time I'm going to show you how we can create our machine with password. Select a resource group, same resource group, VM hyphen password I'm giving here, the name of my machine. Scroll down. Ubuntu, Linux, size, B1S. I'm using password option this time. Earlier we have used SSH public key. This time I'm going with password. Give our username. I'm giving it Azure username. Password I'm giving. Can I give any password here? For password also, we have some rules. And here are the rules which we need to follow. Out of these four things, we need to use one lowercase, one uppercase, one number, one special character. Or your password must be 12 to 123 characters. So this is mandatory, 12 to 123 character. Out of these four things which we have, you need to follow these three things we have to follow while giving our password. So based on that, I have given my password. Scroll down. Which port we need to enable? We need to enable SSH port, which is by default enabled here. I'm not enabling, by default it is. And other than that, I don't need to do work on any of the tab. So I can directly click on review. Click on the name of our VM, copy the public IP. So we just need to click on create. And now we need to wait here. The system is going to create our. When our machine is going to be ready, we are going to note down the public IP. Then process. Done. Our machine is ready. Next step. Go to resource. I'm in that particular virtual machine. Going to note down the public IP. I need to use this particular command to connect to my machine. In this one, we need to do some changes. Username, what is my username? Azure user. Public IP. Yeah. I'm just going to copy this particular thing and I'm going to paste in the. And this time you can open Git bash from anywhere. It's not mandatory. You need to open Git bash from 111 from this folder. The reason is because right now I'm not using PEM file. So you can open Git bash from anywhere. This particular command, paste. Do you want to continue? Yes. It is asking for password. I have given my password and here I'm able to connect to the machine. We can create our Linux machine in both the ways, with SSH option also or with password option. So we can. But which option is majorly used in real time? PEM file, because PEM file is more secure. If I open this PEM file, Notepad ++, see the code of that particular PEM. Password is just 12 characters long, or maybe 15, 20, we can give it. It can be possible, it can be hacked. But private key is impossible to have. So it's a very big code which we are getting here. So this is how we are creating our machine with SSH option or with password option. Any question, anyone have whatever we have discussed till now, you can please raise your hand. Yes, Karthik.
Yeah. From where we download .pm key file?
When I'm creating the machine, in the end, when I click on create, that
Yeah.
time system is giving me the option download the key and
Yes.
click on create resource.
Okay, okay.
Without
SSH.
downloading the key, system is not moving forward.
Okay.
SSH is a port number, it's not a key.
Yeah.
SSH is a port. Whenever I want to connect to Linux machine, it is mandated to enable 22 port number. It is used for that one. And how can I connect to the machine? With the help of that particular.
Okay. Yeah. We generated key. Right.
Yes. That's
Thanks.
the process we are following.
Yeah. Thanks.
Okay. Any more questions? Okay. Now, there is one important point here. I have created this machine. I have done it. Now I don't require this machine. And whenever we are creating our machine with virtual machine, there are some other resources also creating by the system. Now let me go to resource group. This is a resource group we have created, group -111. See here, how many resources I have created? I have created only 2 virtual machines, but it's showing me 10 resources. 10 record system has created, because with virtual machine, system is creating some more things also. Like IP address, we have created SSH key, NSG, network interface, other things are also created. Or disk system is created. Is it possible? Can I delete all these things one by one? Can I go to that particular thing and delete? No. After our practice, I can't do these things. Go to single thing and delete all those. So the best practice is to delete all these things after your practice. Directly delete your resource. If you delete your resource group, under this resource group, whatever the resources you have, all are going to be deleted in one. But yes, till the time your resources are not going to be deleted, I'm requesting you, don't close your browser. If you close your browser, it will stop. It means your resources are not going to be deleted. So how to delete your resource group? First of all, you need to open resource group and then click on delete resource. And then you need to enter your resource group name, and here is my source. Click on delete. It will take nearby 5 to 7 minutes. Then after that, whatever the 10 records I have in this resource group, all will get deleted with. We are getting one more resource group, which is by default, Network Watcher RG. It is just help us to monitor our virtual machines, whichever I'm going to. So if I don't want this also, so this also I'm going to. Network Watcher RG is automatically generating by the system. We are not doing anything manually, it is automatic. So this is how you can delete all your resources after your practice. Any question anyone have? You can please raise your hand, or we can end our session. In tomorrow's session, we are going to learn some more. Yes, Shekhar.
Ankit, that network RG, is that a backup
Resource group.
of a resource group?
No, no. It's not a backup of, it's a monitoring service. We have it in Azure. With the help of this one, it is monitoring our virtual machines.
Oh,
For that, it is creating automatically.
okay, okay. Yeah, got it.
Okay,
Yeah,
it's
thank
not a
you.
backup. Backup is a different service. We have it in Azure.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyone have any more questions? Okay, so with this, I'm ending this session. In tomorrow's session, we are going to learn some more things about Azure, where we are going to learn about the Linux commands in this Azure, because to work on DevOps, it is mandatory to have basic knowledge about Linux. And with that, even I'm going to share some links also after practice. If you want to practice more about Linux, you can do that. This is about my side. Any question you have, you can still raise your hand. Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you for today's session. See you tomorrow. Thank you.